I'm stepping in the club like where the fuck the party at? I'm stepping in the club like...
Hey guys, welcome to a new video of mine in a completely new environment. I'm pretty sure I will explain why there is a different background and everything in this video. I just want to say hello to you guys again. I was absent for some time because I had a very stressful period, and not period in the sense of my lady period. I hope you like the new setup. I for the most part do. I think I still have some room to play with the quality of the camera and the lights and everything, but so far so good. I really hope you will enjoy this tutorial. Get ready with me. It's more of a get ready with me. The look I've created today is this mossy green khaki kind of smoky eye with sultry a little bit darker than normal nude lips. At first I was thinking that this look would turn out really basic, but for some reason it turned out great. So I think that's all I have to say for now, and I hope you like the video. So if you want to see how I created this look, then please stay tuned. Oh my god, this is gonna be so basic. I'm sorry if the lighting is kind of off. Everything is new, as you can probably tell. Because I moved out and moved in somewhere else. So I hope that my lighting is a little bit better now. I hope I can manage to finally have good lighting. If something is off, I will probably figure it out in the next few videos or so. I just have to find my new ideal camera placement, because the one that I had before wasn't ideal at all. So I want to do it better now, and I also want to do a better job at doing videos. So today what I'm gonna do is get ready with me and hopefully explain a little bit to you why I was absent for a little bit longer than I am usually. Okay, today is gonna be a very light foundation day, so I'm gonna use Make Face and Body, which is what you hear shaking in the background here. I use this a lot on a daily basis, especially when I don't really want to do a lot of makeup, because it lasts long, it gives me a nice even finish. I can just slap it on with my fingers and be good. It gives a very cohesive appearance on the skin. I like this place particularly because I could also definitely film with daylight, although today it's a little bit too dark. But I always have the sunny side on my window, which is great. I also haven't told my roommate that I'm doing YouTube videos, so I probably should do this. I also organized my makeup a little bit differently. If you want to see it, I can definitely show you in a different video. Now I'm using my True Match concealer. Perfect Match. It's a very great concealer. I love it even more than the Fit Me, which is everyone's favorite drugstore concealer, but I really like the True Match more, simply because I think it offers a little bit more coverage while still being creamy, and it has just a more skin-like finish and texture. It is not very obvious on the skin, which is also a thing that I really like about a concealer. Then I'm using my Studio Finish concealer and I don't like to fuss around too much with my concealers. Okay, right, now I'm just going to prime my eyelids using the Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC. Now, as you can probably tell, there's still something left in my eyebrows, which is why I'm only drawing them back in with some eyeshadow, because I don't want to have too much product on my brows left. This is still some of the Wonder Brow, which is in there from today's morning, when I was working out and not feeling like going to the gym without my brows. So it's still on, and that's great. I'm taking my angled brush and just a matte brown eyeshadow. This one is by Kryolan, and I'm just following the shape that I've already created this morning. And also I like to cover my brows most of the time with some concealer. Now it's time for powder. I recently started using the Rimmel Stay Matte powder again, so that's also what I'm going to use today, but don't feel pressure to use any specific powder that I like, just use the ones you have and the ones you like, because we all have different skin types. And to be honest, I don't like that powder as much as the Manhattan one that I regularly use, but that's just the one that's handy right now. And since Face and Body always gives a more dewy look, I want something that really mattifies, and this one truly is a very mattifying powder. I'm using this with my old favorite powder brush, which is an old Essence brush, which is weird because they are so cheap, and I like it better than some of my other more expensive brushes still, because it has a more light up application, and sometimes when the brushes give it too heavy layer of powder, you can easily start looking cakey, and also sometimes they can kind of tug or pull on your makeup, which this one definitely doesn't, so it doesn't disrupt your foundation. Okay, now I want to do something green because I haven't done green in such a long time, but still we first want to have a nice base to work on top of, and therefore I'm using a compact matte eyeshadow by Kryolan in the color TC2. It's just a nice apricot kind of color. It's very light, so it acts as a nice neutral transition shade for the greens to fade into. And I'm using a Zoeva 221 brush to do this. Okay, now that we've built up that transition shade, we can finally go in with some green. First color I'm going to be using is a khaki, which is not very bright. It's just a nice true khaki, and it's called Moss. This is also by Kryolan. And I'm also going to pull this through the crease and also apply it on the lid as well. Still keeping my blending brush handy so I can blend this out very nicely. Now I love these Kryolan shadows. You can see how very pigmented they are, but still they blend so nicely. I just love them. Okay, I'm just gonna chill here and blend some more, and while I do this I can tell you what has been up with me. I've been moving for the past couple of weeks because we couldn't handle doing everything all at once. Some of you may or may not know that I'm going to start an apprenticeship. Apprenticeship? Is that the word? Is that a word? I don't know. I think so. I'm doing an apprenticeship on a theater here in Dresden in January, which I'm so happy and excited for. I've worked for this so long, so hard, and I'm just so happy that I'm finally getting a chance to prove myself. Yeah, that's just what I'm going to do next year, half a year, and yeah, that's also why I moved. Okay, now I'm taking a warmer brown. This is just the one that I've plucked out of a Zoeva nude palette, the old one. I don't think you can get it anymore, but any warm brown will do. And I'm just putting this at the very outer corner, and also slightly tugging this in the crease. As always, keeping my blending brush handy to just blend this sucker out. Okay, as always, I didn't recognize that my camera just died off on me. So everyone who has moved knows the struggle because it's just very stressful. Everything you have kind of packed in boxes to be brought somewhere new where you don't know anything really. It's great at the one hand, but it's also kind of stressful at the other, especially if you have other things to plan and other things to deal with. For example, work, family, friends. Last color that we are going to be using on our eyes is this eyeshadow by NYX, which is called Smoke Mountain. It's a very, very dark green. I would like to show it to you more close up, but it just kind of broke on me. I already fixed it once, but it's not really wanting to be fixed. And this is just gonna make the transition between the brown and the green. So I'm just putting this on top. This is a very, very dark makeup, I know that, but sometimes you gotta do what you want to do. So, and especially with me living in a bigger city now, I finally feel like I can do more makeup that I really like, even though it may be a little bit outside the box or a little bit outside of what normal people usually wear. You know, I'm totally aware of that. Okay, so now I'm just gonna blend everything, put some mascara on, and then I will be back. Okay, I'm back again, and now we can do the last things on our eyes and on our faces. I think about using the Mary Luminizer as my highlight today. And I will use the same highlighter also on my face. I am not going to apply blush today simply because I think that this could easily overpower the look, and I really want the green to really stay behind the browns so you can see it, and it's pretty obvious when you really look at the eye, but I don't want you to see the green basically from far away. So from far away it should just look like a sultry dark smoky eye, and when you come closer you should see the green. So that's why I'm also staying with some neutrals on the face, and that's why I'm only going in with bronzer and no blush. I'm using the Maybelline Dream Terra Sun bronzer, which I really like. It's more of an orangey kind of bronzy type of thing, but I think I can get away with it because I'm not trying to contour with it or anything. I'm just bronzing up and bringing a little bit of color back to my face. As you can see, this just warms up my face a little bit more and gives it a little bit of definition without being too harsh or too dramatic or too much, which you definitely don't want with an eye look like this. Now for my lips, I'm using a lip liner by Manhattan, which I really love their lip liners. However, they don't seem to have a color on them. Well, they had on the cap, but that's rubbed off. But it doesn't matter which kind of nude lip liner you choose from them. They're all gonna be very nice and soft and easy to use. So just use the one you have handy. This was just to even out the shape of my lips. Now I'm going in with a light layer of a Bobbi Brown lipstick, and this is a nourishing lip color, and it's called Claret. And I really love this color, and I also love those lipsticks. They are really hydrating, nourishing, and especially for my dry lips and for winter, that's just perfect. I needed a lipstick like this, and now I have it, and I'm so glad. As you can see, it's a pretty dark nude. But I love it because of its slight red undertone. I'm just blotting most of it off because I don't want my lips to be the star of the show, if you will. And that, guys, wraps up this tutorial, which is fall mood appropriate. It's not really a tutorial, get ready with me, you know that type of deal. I hope you liked it, and I hope you're having an awesome day or night wherever you guys are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.